Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Susanna and welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are doing well and yeah. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, share, like, comment, and turn on your post bell for more uploads so that you get updated anytime I upload a video. Well guys, so today I'm going to tell you the story um, of the people that I was staying with, my relatives, and what actually I didn't know that they're thinking about me, and yeah. So guys, these relatives of mine, like if you watched the video of yesterday that I posted, these relatives of mine, they are just jealous of me for no reason, for something that even I don't know. These are the people that have actually stayed for long, since 2019 up to this year, like March. Was it March? I think March was up to February, yes, up to February. But then all that time, all those years when I was with them, I wasn't actually staying with them daily because I was working. I could sometimes I could come and stay with them, sometimes I couldn't. I just stay at the workplace or with my friends that I work with. But then, Kume, these guys, they were jealous of me. I just came to realize that these guys that I was staying with, they were so jealous of me. Okay, for people I stay with are my relatives, yes, but then that woman has that aunt of mine has 5 kids now, but four of them are big people. They are working, but some of them are not working, and yeah. But then to me, I'm just that person who loves depending on my own. I don't like depending on anybody, or even my parents they have never given me any cash ever since I grew up. But when I was in primary, they used to provide for me anything that I want. But when I joined the high school, I actually started, taking care of myself. Anything I buy for myself, anything I want. When I go for holidays, I make sure I hustle on my own so that I provide for myself. So that is the time when I started to cater for myself. So even when I came here in Kenya, staying with that auntie of mine, I was not actually depending on her. Maybe when I'm broke, and maybe the only thing that I was eating there was food and sleep there, but the rest of my needs I used to provide them. And even at the end of the month, when I get paid, I used to do shopping. I can buy food in the house, anything that's not there I can buy. But her kids could not buy that. Okay, her kids cannot buy that. They can be asking you money every day. Give me the money, give me this, borrow me the money, and then if you borrow them, they cannot pay you. You see, so that thing was actually a little hard for me to catch up with them. But with other things, they were just okay with that. But in terms of food, everything was okay, because even me, I used to buy food. When the food is not there, I buy food. Or when the steamer is off, we pay the tokens just when I have the money. But when I don't have the money, she's the one to pay, or the husband is the one to pay. So then that aunt of mine, Kumbe, she was good to me anyway, but her husband hated me because, first of all, because I was just that person that cannot, I like buying things for myself. When I have money, I buy something for myself. When I see something good, and then when I have money, I buy it. But for him, when I put on that thing, or a clothes or shoes, and then he sees me, he was very jealous. He can get annoyed with me. He cannot talk to me. He can talk to me very badly. And then he was actually that man who likes gossiping. When you're with him now, and then when you go out, you just for just minutes, he has already started gossiping about you, things like that. And then he was also jealous of me working. He was also jealous of me dressing well than her daughters. He was also jealous of me, having a boyfriend when her daughter does not have a boyfriend, because I don't know why she does not want to have a boyfriend. So that man was actually someone that you cannot stay with in one house, but I stayed with them though for all that time, and then I got used to them, because when they see you, you bought something. Like, there were those guys that actually, when you have money, they are good people to you. They are very good to you. They can talk to you in a good way. But when you're broke, nobody will come close to you. Okay? So it was actually hard for me to, catch up with them, since every one of them started turning on me. Like, when I have money, they are my good people, but when I don't have money, nobody can look at me. Not even one person can tell me, Susan, you have this and buy something. Nobody. Guys, I was so depressed. I was even thinking, to the extent of me starting to think of renting my own house, and then I was like, let me just give them some little time, as well as saving something. Then I go and rent my house, because these guys, I don't think that I will continue staying with them, and I still need to stay in Kenya. There is no need of me rushing to go back to my country. And I can actually apply for a job here, and then work, and then even rent a house for myself. Then, so that is how my relatives were actually acting to me. They are so jealous of me. Like, sana, my uncle never wanted me to get a job, never wanted me to do anything good. Just like, they never wanted me to be in a good life, just look good. They never wanted me to look good. So they just wanted me to be like I'm depending on them, and things like that. But even up to now, and even if we meet on the way, like I said yesterday, we don't talk. We don't even greet each other, like me and that man and the rest of the children. I mean, I only talk to my auntie, but even my auntie was told by that her husband not to talk to me again, to stop talking to me, or either even calling me on the phone. But for me, sincerely, I don't have any problem with them. I don't have any issue with them. They just hate me for nothing, and I don't know. I don't know what really is wrong with some people. I don't know why you can't just be happy for someone, so that even you can be blessed in another way. But since I left there, I can say now, not even Hashem, those big, apart from those big children of ours, it's only two who have the jobs. It's only two who are working, but the rest are not working. They're just at home. Okay, just staying at home like that. So that's why sometimes they say, even if you have someone that you don't like, for God's sake, just show the good heart, so that you can be blessed. You can get a job. You can be blessed with something else. Things like that. But now they hate me for nothing. I don't have any problem with them, and I'm just me myself. But for me, I say no. Even though they hate me, I'm not going to hate them back. I'll remain me myself. Even if I meet them on the way, I greet them, whether they reply to me or they don't reply to me. I really don't mind, but as long as I have greeted them. So I actually dared to stay with them, with those people, though all that time they were so jealous of me. They were looking at me with bad eyes. Even they were thinking of telling me to leave the house, but then because of their mother, they never. The mother cannot allow me to go out. My auntie cannot allow me to go and stay outside, because even up to now, she's actually not happy with her husband because of me leaving the house, not staying with them. So, but for now where I stay, I'm very happy. I'm okay, and it's just a peaceful place. Though um, life is a little bit hard with some of the ways, some of the things you can't get them, but still we will catch them up with the person that I'm staying with, and I know things will go well one day. So guys, that is my story from my relatives, staying with jealousy relatives. It is very, very bad. But for you guys who are out there, if you notice that very quickly and you have anywhere else to stay, just go and stay there. Don't continue staying with those people, because for me, the time when I was told to live out of the house, I actually had little money that couldn't even help me rent the house, because the money I had I was using to buy food in the house, what we don't have, things like that. I could actually save a little of it. I was not that paid a lot of money, so I was just paid little of the money. So when I have, I just make sure I buy food, I buy sugar, I buy what's not in the house. But then the time when I left that house, when I was told to leave the house, I left it with a little money, and I couldn't rent the house. I couldn't do anything with that money. So good enough, I had a good best friend that took me in, and he's just a good friend. I'm just praying to God to bless him and continue giving him the good heart for the rest of his life. So he took me in, and he gives me anything. He buys me food, anything that I want, he can buy for me. And actually, he gives me that comfort that a person needs. So I'm not going to complain that I'm staying in a bad place. But for now, I'm just in a good place. Though things are not that going well. So all thanks be to God, and giving him back the glory, and also praying to him to bless me in the other way, so that we can, make things go well the way we want. So, but for now, I'm not in good terms with my relatives. We don't talk, we don't greet. So, I have no problem with them. To me, myself, I have no problem with them. If they have a problem with me, that is their business, but to me, I don't have any problem with them. So, that's how that's how those people were hating me. They started hating me long time ago, but then for me, I had no any other place to go. So, I had to bear with it, and just be like that. And to make it worse, I was new in Kenya, so there was no any other way I can, or any other person that can help me, and things like that. So that's how it went. That is how things are now, and then that is how they started their things a long time ago. But up to now, they're still on the same thing. They even, you know, everything is just a mess to them. Ah, So guys, that is actually my story. That is how my relatives hated me, everything they are doing, everything I do, they don't like it. So that's my story guys. I will see you on the next video. So make sure make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your bell and share to your friends. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.